Okay, I'm showing serial 700. The phones. Keep all side conversations outside of the briefing area so that everybody gets a good briefing. We'll get started with the incident situation update.
Good morning, Josh Campbell, Night Ops for Team 1. So yesterday was a pretty eventful day. As you can see, there's changes on the map. We have some spots outside the line that we need to take care of. In Division Alpha, same as it's been. They just continue to work up the 70 corridor there in Caribou Canyon, and then just pressing further up the highway there to also help our counterparts on the east zone. Division Bravo and Charlie still continue to patrol and mop that up and backhaul trash out of there. Division Echo doing a lot of good work in there. They did leave the hose in there in Snow Meadows. They're going to leave it in there until that's been wind tested, and then we'll pull it out afterwards. Division Foxtrot, same as Echo, just patrolling that line, making sure they can get depth there, at least 300 feet on the line, trying to get that mopped up. Division Golf, Ida, Juliet. Well, not so much Juliet, but Division Golf and Ida looking really, really good in there. They're continuing to do the same as far as gaining us depth on the line, and then trying to take care of any interior islands that we got so they don't throw spots outside. Juliet and Lima yesterday were our biggest concerns as far as you could see the spots outside the line. We had some over off of real close to Highway 89. A majority of the spots have got line around them. They've got line around them and they've got hose on them, and they're continuing to work that this morning. So that'll be something that they're going to continue throughout the day. The bigger spot in Lima, we weren't able to get line around that last night. We tried. We had 4 tractors in there, but we rocked out, and it was one of those deals that we said, you know what, pull them out right now, and we'll stick them back in there in the morning in daylight and see what they can do with it. Division Mike, still continue to try to get around those spots at the bottom end of Butts Valley Reservoir, and then also button up that stuff up close to Highway 89. You guys have a safe shift.
Okay, moving on to the incident objective, starting with the management objectives. Utilize the risk management process to identify and mitigate hazards to protect firefighters and the public. Emphasize strategies and tactics that have the highest probability of success and the least exposure to firefighters and the public. Develop strategies to protect life, property, communities, and businesses and infrastructure. Employ tactics that fulfill these strategies while being mindful of the necessity for contingency and emergency plans. Ensure strategies account for incident priorities, applying resources to those with the highest consequences first. Follow COVID-19, CDC, and establish local, state, and federal guidance to limit the virus spread within the incident and the surrounding areas in the fire area. Provide timely and continuous incident information to affected agency partners, cooperators, California Team 2, as well as the public. Maintain fiscal accountability and keep costs commensurate with values at risk. Control objectives. Keep the fire north of the fire perimeter and Highway 162 and the junction of Highway 70. Keep the fire south of Stover Mountain. Keep the fire east of Highway 32. And keep the fire west of Genesee Road and Grizzly Ridge to Highway 70. Fire weather.
Good morning, Ryan Walburn, National Weather Service. So if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. The fire's showing us who it is, so let's just believe it, all right? Take the time to read the forecast that I put in the IEP. I put in there, take 5 at 2 p.m. From a weather perspective, there's nothing special going on, and I don't expect any dramatic change in the weather today. So what that means is there's not much of an inversion out there. If you look to the sky right now, there's a few scary-looking clouds on the horizon, but that signals a change for tomorrow. For today, we just expect those southwest winds to pick up again, really start to show themselves about 2 in the afternoon or so. Humidities are starting out around 30%. They're going to get down into the teens again, mid-teens or so, and kind of go that way right through the evening hours. So it's a typical fire weather day out there. Southwest winds, temps in the 80s, maybe low 90s, and some low humidity. Take the time to look to that extended forecast. Tomorrow's a different day, but before we deal with that, we got to get through today. So thanks and be safe.
Fire behavior.
Good morning, John Cook, Fire Behavior. So, this is typical weather he just explained to you. So everything, all that activity that we've had over the last 24 hours, it is fuel related, folks. There's a little bit of wind out there, but these fuels are just incredibly dry. We've got a fuel dryness issue. We've had 44% of the regular rainfall so far this year. So what normally works, what's worked in the past, what you've been able to do in the past, it's different. Fuels are different. They're burning faster, further, drier. I mean, that is what you guys are having. It's a resistance to control. So you've got to look at what you've been doing to make sure it's, you know, really complete when you're out there on that mop up. If you're frustrated, it's understandable because you're in a different environment than you've been in before. You know, this growth that we're seeing out here without even a big wind push, that stuff, I mean, I had to recalibrate the models to make it more like a brush, to make that kind of spread. So it's burning faster, and that's what we're dealing with without even a huge wind issue yet. So, you know, what did we see yesterday? We saw running, we saw spotting, we saw crown runs. You know, and you're going to see that again today. So the big key today is just preparing what you're out there for tomorrow. And, you know, remember fire order number 2. Know what your fire is doing at all times, because it's poking up everywhere. It's receptive everywhere. The fuels are active. And, you know, we're going to see the same thing today going into tomorrow. Have a good shift.
Operational work assignments.
Good morning, Merrick Fields, Operations for CAL FIRE IMT-1. I want to reiterate it. You've heard it twice already. The weather that we saw out there yesterday, that's a normal day for this area of the state. So the fire behavior that we saw, that was just the normal winds. We're not even getting any wind events in there. The wind events are coming tomorrow. And you saw what it did to us. So any day out there, anything that gets across the line has the potential to get up and move. And we need to be prepared for it and have resources scattered out all over the entire fire so that if we have a spot to get established, we can make that quick decision and take action on it. So getting in through our work assignments today, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, we're still in that tactical patrol in there. There's quite a few structures up in that Highway 70 corridor. I've been beating it up all along, and we need to make sure that those are all secure. Moving around into Division Echo and Foxtrot, this is that piece that we fired a couple of days ago. There's still a bunch of red on that map in there because it's heavy timber. We need to get in there and mop up 300 to 400 feet before the winds come Wednesday night into Thursday, and we get that northeast push in there that's going to test us over there. Coming up into Gulf and the bottom end of Ida, everything's looking really good in there, but again, we need to get into that heavy timber and mop up 300 to 400 feet, secure those edges so that when we get wind tested in a couple of days, we can hold that. Coming over into where we had some problems yesterday in Juliet and Lima and in the top end of Mike. Again, simple little interior island burned out, threw some spots across the line, and it got up and moved out on us. So that tells you the potential for those fuels out there. It was mostly a fuel-driven run yesterday, very little extra wind on it, just the normal winds on it. So today what we're going to do is we got to get in here in these 2 spots that are east of the drop point 106. We've gone direct on them. We've got them all cut back out. We need to get in there, get those mopped up 100% and get those secure. And then we're going to get in here and start improving the Soldier Meadow dozer line that we put in a couple of weeks ago, get that prepped and finished prepped and maybe some more retardant on that. And then at the same time, we're going to try and get in here and go direct on this little piece and kind of cut it down. At the same time that we're doing all of that, we're also coming over here to a ridge line just west of Elm Creek and opening up a big box so that we've got a line all the way around this in the event that it does get up and move on us. Moving over into Division Mike over here, we continue to mop up. Nothing moved on us over here yesterday when the winds were, or when the weather was acting up on us. So we need to get in there and secure all of that and get that all buttoned up and keeping this piece in check while we work with our counterparts on ESA. So thank you. Have a safe shift.
Branch and division roll call.
Good morning, BJ Corey, Resource Unit Leader with Team 1. This will be the branch and division roll call for the West Zone. Branches and divisions here and at Westwood, when you hear your name, please stand face the back so everybody can see and hear you. And starting with Branch 1, they will report direct to operations. Division Alpha, Sawyer. Butte Fire Suppression Repair, Derby. Here. And McDaniel. Here. Staging, Riley. Here. Branch 5, Andreas. Here. Bravo, Charlie, Mancebo. Here. Echo, Clellan. Here. And Coos, Trainee. Here. Branch 7, Wallen. We have a change in Foxtrot. It is now Dunham. Here. Division Golf, Hunt. And Hunt is up at Westwood. So we'll have our golf resources still meet at your breakout, and we'll have somebody tie in with you there. Branch 9, Novak. India Juliet Watner. And Winnin Trainee. Lassen Fire Suppression Repair, Hauser. And Denman. Branch 10, Petro. Division Lima, Height. Division Mike, Hollister. Lake Almanor Group, Lohan. And Highway 89 Group, Cisneros. Thank you, everybody. Have a safe shift.
Okay, if you're not on the IEP and you're not on the DMOB list, make sure you check in with the unassigned resources at the back table where you picked up your IEPs. Air Operations.
Good morning, Pete York, Team 1 Air Ops. To support the plan today, we have 1 air attack assigned. 2 S2s will be up early, 11 Type 1 water droppers, 5 Type 2 and 5 Type 3 as well. Our guard ship has been moved to Reading as a regional resource for night hoist, so adjust your plan accordingly. For that reflex time, we have 0 Delta Foxtrot as our daytime hoist. We set up the MRB back at Deer, so that'll be active this afternoon to help support the plan as well. And then just to reiterate, there's no UAS operations unless approved by the AOBD. Make it a safe shift.
Communications.
Good morning, Prince Wilkerson, COML trainee, Dixie, West Communications. Today there will be no new clones. Again, we drive the point home to no frequencies that's not assigned to the incident to be used. If you have questions about the frequency that is authorized, check your 205. Take a look at your 204 to make sure that what frequency is best used as far as the command frequency for the area that you're working in. If you have any questions or concern, be more than happy to stop by Communications. Have a good day.
Medical.
Good morning, Mike Brown, Medical Unit Leader. For in-camp emergencies, we have CalMet here and we have MERT up in Westwood. We have 2 ambulances and 1 REMS team out on the line. We have line medics throughout the division to support you guys. Please continue to review Box 6 in case of a line emergency. Have a safe shift.
Safety.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Brad Niven with Safety. We've heard it several times. I really don't need to repeat what these guys have said, but take that time, everybody out there on the line, read that weather forecast, be ready for this thing to do what it did yesterday. Have your LCES in place, and have a good day.
Information.
Good morning, Jazz Shaw with the Public Information Office. Our current situation is we're at 253,052 acres, 35% containment. We currently have a total personnel of 5,168. As a reminder, tonight we're having our Facebook and Zoom Live at 7 p.m. And also, as we are we're nearing the end of this incident, we can still receive mail for the next few days, but please do not continue to order or receive mail at the address that's listed on page 43. Thank you.
Just one quick announcement. Due to the fire activity to the north up in Westwood, we will not be shutting down the Westwood camp, so we will continue to have briefing there moving forward. Law Enforcement Liaison.
Good morning, Todd Crawford, Law Enforcement Liaison, CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 1. This morning, due to the fire activity, we have new evacuation warnings and orders going in place. I want everyone to be aware out on the lines that you might have more people on the roads. We do have additional road closures going in place also. 32, 36, down 89 are still remain closed this morning. So be careful on the roads. Just because they're closed doesn't mean we can speed. Keep safe speeds and have a safe day. Thank you.
Thank you. Final comments from our Unified Incident Commander.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Shannon Prather, one of the Unified Incident Commanders working with CAL FIRE Team 1. So first, I want to thank you all for being here. My message today is this fire is a dynamic, fast-moving, aggressive fire. It will take every opportunity that you let it have to take advantage of the situation. any available fuels out there, all fuels are available. So let's just get out there and know your assignments. Let's understand the values at risk. Make that public appearance in the communities where those values are threatened. And we remain unified in this fire until the end. We continue to engage in those resources where the values are at risk. And just continue to be vigilant. Don't underestimate. Keep your situational awareness up, and always ask yourself, what am I missing? Because there is something out there that's going to be that Swiss cheese model that things will align. So get a good briefing this morning from your divisions, understand the work assignments and why you're out there and what those values that you're protecting are. So have a safe shift and return back home safe. Thanks.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, breakouts to my left, your right, starting with Division Alpha, Butte Fire Suppression Repair, staging against the back wall. Right directly across from that, Bravo Charlie, Division Echo, Foxtrot, Gulf. Have a safe shift, turn on your radios and your phones.